2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Philadelphia as the 76ers go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, they seem to come out of the gate just the way they intended. So far, 3 straight wins to start off the new season. One of the guys to watch tonight is going to be Kevin Love. He's got that great combination of skill and motor, one of the more versatile power forwards in the game, Kenny, with that specific skill set.
Yeah, his skill set is really unique because he is a power forward who also can be a finesse forward. He can throw those long-range outlet passes and then step back for a 3. So it really is difficult to guard this guy, and his offensive approach is great.
You know, he's basically known for rebounding. His numbers were down last season, but he's still one of the best rebounders at the power forward spot in the NBA. So hopefully he can get those numbers back up to where they were.
And with that, it's just about time for the tip. We'll see you later.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
brave. 2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. For the Philadelphia 76ers, they've come in off a good outing against the Jazz. And boy, they got by the skin of their teeth there, winning by 1 point. That was a battle.
How about the energy level defensively in that game? I mean, they made finding an open shot a very difficult task for their opponents.
And it wasn't just in the half court. I mean, I thought they were excellent in transition defense as well. They didn't give up any easy baskets because they always had good floor balance and got back after the miss.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Captain Clutch is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Thompson in at the center.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
And so here is Philadelphia after Cleveland got the 3-pointer. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Here's Peterson. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. And that's now 8 points for Captain Clutch.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%. Can't do better than that.
Picked by Okafor.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Really left alone that time. Peterson. 11 points for Captain Clutch.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
Two conference foes, guys, looking to take game one tonight. Very interesting to see who can land the first blow.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Cleveland with the ball. They've gone on a 13-0 run. Irving passes to Peterson. Another three for Cleveland.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Well, clearly the 76ers were the youngest team in the league last season, and with all the draft picks they've stockpiled, they'll be the youngest team for a while, it seems. But if the youth can grow and develop, they could also be a force in a few years, too.
Here's Smith after the Cavaliers pick up three to the left wing. Cannon kicks to Landry. Shoots from the baseline, and that misses badly. Air ball. To give you an idea of how young this 76er team is, at one point last season, Greg, Tim Duncan had more seasons played in the NBA than the entire active roster of the 76ers.
That's hard to fathom. I mean, we all know there's this youth movement going on in Philadelphia, but they still need some veterans in that locker room. Very hard for the young players to lead. You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Kevin, I've got a chance now to look at where the Cavaliers ranked in the NBA last season. 5th in three-point shooting, 8th in scoring, and they were a top 10 team in field goal shooting. Pretty impressive.
And talking about their three-point percentage, really a hallmark, I think, of successful offenses in today's NBA. And they use that shot to a devastating effect all season long.
Here's Smith. The Cavaliers making the shot. Timeout call for Philadelphia. And Philadelphia calls time here.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Cavaliers ball.
With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. The Cavaliers 5th.
You know, a solid three-point game can be the cornerstone of an effective offense. I mean, it adds a little pop and punch to what a team is doing offensively. And last year, this team was not made up of just good three-point shooters. They had great three-point shooters.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's Covington. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
And they've managed to capitalize on those turnovers, and that'll give them a nice edge as this game goes along.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Carl Landry. Cleveland controlling the game. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And so here is Philadelphia. After the Cavaliers pick up 3. Here's Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Taken away. And here comes the break. Let's go. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Here's Cannon. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah. He dishes it to Noel. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Just outstanding. I mean, basket after basket, perfection.
Unconscious from the field, guys. The fans are definitely getting their money's worth.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the night.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. Here's Captain Clutch. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. 29 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Shot from 12. And he gets it to go. Peterson's got 35 in the game.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
Goes up, and he goes in for the dunk.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
Yeah, and they put the fans simply on mute. They've not had anything to cheer about, and they've been silent.
Got it off in time, and it's good. But hold on, the officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really, a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
On the court for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Kevin Love out there with Thompson. And it's Peters.